Ito naman, Sandro, pagkatapos natin pag-usapan itong sining sa paghahabi, pag-usapan naman natin itong sining para sa kapayapaan. Ako, ano kaya ito? At para pag-usapan yan, makakasama po natin si Ms. Cecile Guidote-Alvarez, ang Head ng Artists for Peace, at si Professor Angeles Lorenzana, Vice President ng Women's Federation for World Peace. Magandang umaga po.
Magandang umaga rin sa inyo.
Yes. Ito, maybe I'd like to start off our conversation with the fact that, Ms. Cecile, we always talk about arts and culture being a big help in the development of the personality of the people. And then now naman, we're saying na kumbaga yung arts is a tool for peace. And so now, how do we relate that?
Well, first of all, I think we know the situation now, merong danger of conflagration dyan sa West Philippine Sea or South China Sea, however we want to call it. And with all of this rising tension and very deadly words, coming out from leaders, I think we need some sort of an artistic respite, to temper the raging dialogue, and a music theater peace concert, which is really healing, can recharge affinities and friendships, might be the back channeling para hindi masyadong susugod sa bakbakan. And the UNESCO, the Director General is a woman, Dr. Irina Bakova. She is a champion for peace, for a new humanistic policy. And there is a gathering of all of the honorary ambassadors in UNESCO in Paris towards the end of June. And we will be attending, and our proposal, which has already gotten some good, positive information, is to have the UNESCO Artists for Peace from contending countries to gather together. And the good thing now is UNESCO just named the First Lady of China, Madame Liuan, who is the wife of the Prime Minister. She's a very good singer. And we hope that she can be engaged as well in this process. Baka sakaling huminahon. At maganda naman na we have here the organization which they head that has an international meeting. Kanya mabibigyan diin talaga ang peace process.
Yes, ma'am. On your side naman, could you talk about this also from your organization as well?
The Women's Federation for World Peace, since 1992, has been educating women how to participate in leadership so that they could be able to give a feminine touch to decision making. Because through women's way of solving problems, you could be able to ease conflict, which is usually common among men. Use of violence, use of anything that will create physical damage to whatever, people, property, or everything. So that's where women's logic and feminine touch in decision-making and leadership come in.
Yeah, there are 40 countries coming in on Friday.
Yes.
Right.
There is a whole meeting, and this can be pushed not by force, but by art.
By art.
Sa tingin niyo po ba, gaano po kalakas yung sining para po, kumaga, matigil na po itong kaguluhan na ito?
Pwedeng pababain ang temper, di ba? Nakita mo naman ang bilis ng music to cool you down. It's cooling down first, and then thinking, and bonding, and participating. At saka, their concept of education for peace through women, napakahalaga yun for mothers. A simple thing lang, mo ang bata na puro machine gun ang mga laruan. It's conducive for them to be violent. And media rin, yung mga cartoons na pinapakita, children are very imitative. Pag nakita nila, yung mga Tom and Jerry lang nung kabataan ko, pupukpukin ka, hindi ka naman mamamatay, bigla kang tatayo. So, in their own way of consciousness, akala nila, they can. And you have so many examples already of children through triggering some of the guns, kill their own friends.
Yes.
Diba?
Actually, we've had instance of that in the past nga. Pero ma'am, siguro we can talk about the Global Women Peace Network and probably also invite our viewers to partake in this event.
Yes, this coming Friday, June 27, we will be gathering around more than 300 women leaders all over the country and from 40 Asian countries. And then we're going to talk about how we could be able to participate in leadership, injecting our nurturing heart, our caring heart, and our sacrificial heart in the way of leading our family, our community, our society. And our founder, Mrs. Hak Jahan Mon, has actually formed an arts group, a cultural group of children in the performing arts. We call them little angels, and they visit countries, usually countries where we have actually some problems about peace, about unity, and they are effective ambassadors of goodwill. And it seems that it has somehow eased tension between countries like China, Russia, and even North Korea. So these children, actually the little angels, have gone into these places. And I'm sure the project of Mrs. Alvarez, Mom Cecile, will surely be very powerful in really bringing together all these nations.
Actually, when you have armed conflict, you either have dead or disabled people, diba? And destruction. And we want to let people understand that is the result, and we want to avoid that for the sake of our children. So when we speak, we will be complimented by our Earth Savers, handy-capable artists, because it's important for us to know what is the consequence of violence and how we should really be in the forefront of stopping violence. Kung may gera, ang kawawa yung mga kababaihan. They're widowed, their children are orphaned, and as they say, our kids are taught war by our fathers. So it's the mothers that can provide the heart to really ease tensions and give that affirmation of our common humanity, that life is precious. Wag ho natin itapon, wag natin sirain. Yun ho ang mensahe nito. And we hope that artists all over the world, as well as we're with the International Theatre Institute too, and all going to be affirmed at the General Assembly of UNESCO at the end, and women will certainly take a central role in education for peace and sustainable development.
Naku, maraming salamat po.
Maraming salamat.
Thank you so much. Napakaganda rin po ng mensahe at ang proyektong inyong sinusulong. Kanina nga no, Sandro, fina-flash na meron din silang event for June 28 na mag-open po as early as 12 noon. Ito po ay isang women's convention sa may Cuneta Astrodome. Sana misali yung mga kababaihan makiisa sa proyektong ito. Thank
Kasama
you so
yun
much.
sa Traders Hotel naman sa Friday.
Okay. At meron pa sa Traders Hotel.
Friday, 27, Traders Hotel, 28 sa Astrodome.
Ayan, at nakapanayam po ulit natin si Ms. Cecile Guidote-Alvarez, ang head ng Arts for Peace. At
Earth Savers, Artists for Peace. No? Kasi isa po kami sa pinarangalan ng UNESCO, no? Artists for Peace.
And si Professor Angeles Lorenzana, Vice President ng Women's Federation for World. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you
Maraming
so
salamat
much
po
at
at
dalawa
inimbitahan.
at sa PTV4.
We are also inviting you to attend, Madam.
Thank you.
Thank you very much for this opportunity. I hope you will take the opportunity to be with us on June 27.